How to make money as a kid in school. Let me move this away. You gotta solve problems. So first, let's say that this is a problem. You've gotta solve it. Now, because I've satiated your curiosity, you're probably likely to click out a video. Don't do that because that's probably why you're not making money. Okay, let's remove that first. You've got to make someone a solution that he can use to solve his problems. Why? Because you're creating value. Value is created when pain is alleviated, and people are going to pay you money for value that you deliver. And this value is going to be in the terms that you solve a problem for them. Now, let's move this away. How do you solve a problem? Well, you've got to find a solution. This means that you're going to save money, probably, time, probably, and effort for the person that you're solving this problem for. So, what is hard in solving a problem is that first, you actually got to solve this problem yourself before starting to solve other people's problems. For example, I'm a growth partner for MedSpas. What they have common as a problem is not enough clients or not enough money. They don't have money. And this is creating a problem. This is creating pain. Now, I gotta come in order for me to make money, I gotta solve their problem. So I don't think about how I'm gonna make money first. I think about how I'm gonna make other people money. And this is where value is gonna be created because I'm gonna alleviate their pain. How do I create money for my clients? Now, this is a very technical side of things. First, you gotta understand the fundamentals. But how do you solve problems? For who do you solve the problems for? Let's start with that because, as you know, that's Earth. On Earth, there are probably millions, if not billions, of problems. You've got to pick one. You've got to pick one of every single problem here, and you've got to be the best in solving that problem because that's how you're going to actually beat your competition. So, pick a problem, let's say this one here, that you can solve. And most of the time, that's going to be a problem that you have solved for yourself. Now, it doesn't apply every single time because I don't have a med spa. I have not been a business owner before I actually started making business owners money. But it's going to be much easier because you're going to have previous experience in actually solving this problem for other people. Now, after you decide which problem you're going to solve, now comes the second part, and that's finding a market. People, that's terrible, but this is a person as well. This is a person, this here as well, and this here as well. You've got to find a market. People that have this similar problem, and you've got to create a solution for those people that you can rinse and repeat. Because that's the most optimal thing. Now, this market, for example, here are only 5 people. You cannot really sell to 5 people in total if you're not selling something that's probably worth millions. So you've got to find a market that's at least somewhat big. And how big? At least I would say 30 to 40 to 50-ish thousand people. Because out of those people, probably you're probably only going to get probably 0.01% of the market because there's going to be competition. Not everyone is going to have this problem that bad, to pay you money. Some people in this market have just solved this problem. So have a market that's big enough for you to actually make money from them. For example, which market is having less than 30,000 people? Well, you can get very specific. You can get specific to a city. I'm going to solve this problem for 18-year-old males living in current city that have been obese and now started a gym and now want to make a marketing agency. This market is probably very 1,000 people at most. you cannot sell to that many people. You're going to be much more specific. You're going to create more value for those people if you are just general with your offer. However, it's best to find $30,000 to $50,000 people market for people. Now, you've picked a problem. You've picked the niche. By the way, maybe I did make a mistake. You probably first gotta find the people that you want to help, and then find the problem that you want to help with. But it really depends. I mean, if you have a specific skill set now that you can utilize, and you have a solution for a problem, probably it's gonna be best to actually discover the problem that you're gonna solve, and then find who has it and go sell them. Now, how do you sell them? Well, there is a chain of actions that those people need to take in order to pay you. They first have to receive an email from you. Receive an email. That's an example. You can cold call, you can create YouTube videos for organic, you can run ads. I'm gonna use a email. Receive email. After they receive it, so this here alone, you have to have good deliverability. Deliverability. That's the first variable that you gotta account for. It's not easy, by the way. This chain is gonna be extremely long, but I'm gonna try to make it simple. They've got to receive an email. They've gotta click and open the email. This is a first sentence of the body copy and the subject line. And your name as well, and whether you're verified or not. 4 variables only to click on your email. They've got to click, they've got to read it. I mean, it can look like shit, so you got to format it good. They need to read it. If you have a call to action, they need to click the call to action. And this, by the way, you're going from attention here to intent. They've got to click the call to action. Book an appointment after watching, for example, a funnel on your website. I mean, I can go on. They've got to answer the form questions to book an appointment. Answer form questions. I'm writing terrible. They've got to show up to the appointment. Show up. It's not easy. And this is a long fucking action chain that I'm not gonna finish until the end. But they've got to show up. Then you've got to conduct a sales call. Then you've got to show the value. I mean, you first got to find the problem that they have. Then you utilize the pain that they have. Create the solution. Make it like they're here, they want to be here, and you're the bridge that connects those 2 points. This is a gap. All people that have a problem have a gap. They are here and they want to be here. What you're doing on the sales call is you're positioning yourself as the bridge that people can walk through, fly through. I mean, if you're doing it for them, that's how you sell and that's how you make money. And after that, you've got to deliver, because I see a lot of people in my niche specifically, they do that. They get people on the sales call, they sell them the dream, and then they deliver shit. And then I gotta come in, I've gotta do all of this after those people have been burned before, and they're gonna be less likely to actually click the call to action, all of that. They're going to be less likely to do that because they've already been burned before. This is why you got to position yourself as different from their previous experience that they've been burned before. After that, I've got to sell them the same exact thing, because marketing agencies don't do very different services. I mean, they offer Facebook leads, then they get those leads to book an appointment. However, they have different results. And you've got to prove that you have different results. This is with social proof and with biases. However, how do you make money? Find a niche or a problem first, depending on if you have a specific solution to a problem already. Find people that have this problem. If you don't have shit, find people and a market that's growing. That's best to start with. Find a problem that, I mean, don't think that you need to solve it now, but just find a problem that you know you're going to be capable of solving later. And it's better if this problem is big because they're going to pay you better. After that, you go all the way up to this chain down here to the sales call and you take their money. Now, take their money is very simple. Yeah, I would say simple. However, if you want to make, let's say that you charge $1,000 per month, 1K per month, okay? And you want to make $10,000 per month. How much is this? This is 10 sales calls that you need to conduct and actually close in order to start making $10,000 per month. How do you do that? You reverse engineer your goal. So, by the way, I don't know why. Oh, shit. I mean, I had a C or an F in art, so don't judge me. However, if you gotta reverse engineer 10 clients, first you gotta start with your goal in terms of money. So $10,000 per month. Is it like that? I don't know. Per month. How much is this? This is 10 clients. Now, if you have a 15, okay, let's say 10 because it's going to be easier, 10% sales conversion rate. So however many appointments show up to the call, how many do you convert? Let's say 10%. This is pretty bad, but I mean, it's going to be easy for us to reverse engineer it. This means you got to book 100 appointments that show up. Let's say that you have a 80% show up rate. Actually, it's probably going to be, okay, let's say 50. I mean, be pessimistic because it's going to be better to be pessimistic rather than optimistic because you're not going to quit after you see bad KPIs. And that's going to be 200 appointments. Oops. Bear with me. 200 appointments. Booked. Let's say that you are sending with that code email that you have a 2% conversion rate. So however many emails you send, that many people book an appointment. So that's going to be 10,000 emails sent. Now, this is why you don't need to focus on the outcome because how are you going to make $10,000 per month? I mean, people gotta pay you. How many people? 10. How many appointments have to show up in order for you to close them? 100. Okay, how many do I have to book in order to get 100 appointments to show up? 200. How many outreaches do I have to send in order to get 200 appointments? That's going to be 10,000 emails. That's your goal. Not this. That's your goal here. And because it's going to be more simple to put a daily target, let's say that you want to make $10,000 per month in the next 3 months. Yeah, that's going to be, 90 days and 90 days. So let's make it 100 so I don't need to do maths. 100 days. You gotta send 100 emails per day to make your goal of $10,000 per month, and that's how you make money. That's how you solve problems. That's not how you alleviate pain and create value, but that's how you make money. Then you gotta live a value. Bye.